everything working? I think so. Let's go do it. Haven't used this capture in a while. I can tell you that much. But it looks like everything is working, so I will kind of fade that out. Don't need the music anymore because we're going to the game. So, it's a bit different size than Genshin or Honkai, but here it is. Why didn't I collapse that before? So, hey doing internet, I'm Beanuts. Good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. It's been a while. And in fact, right now, what we have... I forgot how directions worked. We have the 12th anniversary stuff going on. Not quite the way I wanted, but okay. So, in the 12th anniversary, there are some things that are new, some things that are different, but most of it, I believe, is old. So, New Shift is the new mission that I want to do today. Firewall, I think that's an old mission. This is a new TFO, which I tried for the first time yesterday, Operation Wolf. I've done a number of times. It was the last one that came out, and I think it also came with the Firewall mission. And the old standby Omega Particle Stabilization, where we go around to specific spots, whatever Q gives us, and we stabilize those. Or at least I think that's the way it stands. If I go back here, I should be able to see the ones that I already did. Or actually, if we go into here, yeah, so a firewall, since I have the replay button, that means that I already did it. And that was the one from before, which I'm pretty sure that I played through on stream before. But this is a lot of stories that we've seen added into the game over the years. Well, we've been playing along. I have to admit that Klingon Civil War is the one that made the least amount of sense, mostly due to the way the characters acted, but otherwise they did pretty well. And it seems like...
Assist Admiral Janeway as soon as you can.
Okay, so I will... In order to get the lines from that, I need to drop that first. They'll give me the lines now.
There's been an incident at Jupiter Station. Admiral Janeway is leading the relief operations there and has asked for backup. I'd like you to join the Admiral at Jupiter Station and provide any assistance she might require. Be prepared. If the Terrans are bold enough to strike at the very heart of the Federation, they must be up to something big.
Alright, so Janeway has been added into the game as well, is what that means. So, apparently missions that involved the Delta Quadrant in some way, shape, or form, they now involve her as well, although she hadn't been before. Given that she was already an admiral at the time of first contact, although she didn't have her gray hair yet, that Admiral Janeway, the character from Voyager, is kind of famous for. Well, this about 30 years after that, she must be nearing the age of retirement, but then again, people in Star Trek live for a pretty long time. So, but before that, I did get the ship from the winter event, and if I can, I want to show that to you. So there you can see a bit behind here. That's Janeway, or Mirror Janeway. Although I'm not sure precisely what the story. We will be getting this, the Jark Alliance carrier, which has some Ramlin Warbird design in it, as a result of doing this, these events. So that's going to be interesting. But as well, this is, well, a bit changed up, but this is the new Saber, which I want to be using for this mission. I kind of forget how to switch between these. Oh, here it is. Switch starships. Silly me, it's the button that's just right there. So when I show this to you, it will be without all of the consoles that I have equipped in my Saber. So you'll see kind of how it performs normally as well. So this is the relatively new Eisenberg class, named for Jesse Eisenberg, who played Nog very ably both in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and he voiced him here in Star Trek Online, Nog being the captain of the USS Chimera. So this is supposed to be a 32nd century starship. Eisenberg Star Cruiser is what it's classed at. And I do have to say that while it's not very Starfleet in design, that's not insult or detracting on it any at all, it just doesn't look Starfleet. It kind of reminds me more of a Starliner. So I could believe that this was taken into service but was meant for cruising because of the long, tall design on it. It would make quite the target out in battle. At the same time, it has what has become a very distinctive feature on 32nd century starships, at least of Starfleet design, and that is the detached nacelles, which don't really make that much sense to me. I think lock a tractor beam onto them and pull them away. It makes them for a very easy target. Oh, and just in case you didn't know how these stabilizations work, oh, I hate that. The bubbles go in front and then you can't really do it properly. That's why I moved it up. But you can use the arrow keys or the mouse. I'd prefer if there was some music to this. I pressed it twice, but it did not respond. Okay. This, of course, won't count towards the Q mission, which I don't have, even if the location was correct, because I did not pick it up. That's not as good as I can do, but I will take it anyway. So you get these traces, you combine them into the larger bits, and then 3 of those get combined into even larger bits, which you can use to create special upgrades mechanisms. But in any case, if this wants to get off my screen, I can kind of show you more. interesting is that right there is a Vulcan design ship, but within Starfleet we mostly get these things with the saucer section and the nacelles and that kind of thing, which distinguishes very well that it is a Starfleet ship. Or is that the new one? That's probably one of the new ones. In order to get the new ship, you kind of have to do the buyout option. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do all stop when I got near to it. But yeah, that's the new one right there with a Romulan skin, I'm guessing, on it. It's not that you can really get that much of a good look from over here. Ship the Jarok Alliance carrier, yeah. Since it's a carrier, and I guess it has fighter wings, it is fairly sizable, especially if it's that large with this thing, which just looking at this design seems to indicate something that's fairly large. Oh, the back is open, unlike the Romulan warbird. Oops. I wanted to compare its size to the Saber because that's a smaller ship. That's rather big, actually. And my stuff switched to you. Right? Correct. Okay. This, I believe, is a smaller ship, although it's much... it's larger than the Defiant class. But it's tiny compared to this guy. Look at that. Oh, that's a cool nacelle design. What have we got over here? Yes. A Galaxy X. But that is a cool looking ship. I like that it's more angular, even if it's flat. It does look like it has a strut, like in here. It's interesting that it has the spacing in the middle, even though it doesn't seem to be as big as with the Romulan warbird, but that might be a proportional thing. And it's supported only up there. It's not supported on the down. So let's get off to this and get this mission started, because I don't really have that long, to be honest. Kind of weird I'm using the transwarp so much just from there. I'm going not that far, really. I can close that back up. System with 8 planets orbiting a G-class star, Sol is in the heart of the Federation. Starfleet Command is located on Earth, the system's 3rd planet, as is the seat of Federation government. The system is also home to Earth Space Dock and the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards on Mars. It mentions ESD. It's not quite mentioned that that's owned by San Francisco shipyards as well. But that's where the Enterprise E was refit at the end of the last TNG movie. Let's begin.
Good to see you again. I wish
Again?
we were meeting under better circumstances. The Terrans hit us pretty hard today. Several of our ships are in trouble. See what you can do to help out. We'll talk more once we have everyone out of harm's way.
Understood. Commencing rescue operations.
Whatever medical teams you could spare would be most welcome.
Fair. I'm a little bitty.
Away teams received.
This is the Juno. We've lost main power. Any engineering support would be helpful.
Understood, Juno.
Thanks. We'll get your people back to you as soon as we have things under control.
This is Chief Engineer Jarrett of the Akron. We're out of time. Our warp core is going critical, and we can't eject it. We need to evacuate now.
Transporter rooms. Do it now. Emergency transport.
Evacuate as many people as possible from the Akron before their warp core breaches.
I wonder if I can't do them all at once.
There's 2 more groups to beam out. I'll buy you as much time as I can.
Understood.
The
You've got to
of
be
us
in the
are
last
ready
one.
for transport. Hurry! The core's about to breach.
That's everyone. Get to a safe distance.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
The Akron treated us well. Going to miss her and her captain.
Losing the Akron wasn't easy to watch, but you saved the survivors on board. That's what matters the most. Well done. This situation is getting complicated, and officers like you can help me get to the bottom of things. Let's meet on Voyager to go over this in person.
You've got the Voyager again? What happened to Admiral Tuvok? But understood. Take us into transporter range for Voyager. Voyager, permission to beam aboard? Where is it? You don't... Oh, it's right over there. You would think it would look a little bit different by now, considering what it's been through, even on this game alone. Voyager, permission to beam aboard. Let me get it into view. That is the classic Intrepid class, alright.
Granted. I'll meet you in the transporter room.
This ship doesn't have a transporter pad on its bridge, but that's okay. We have the necessities at least.
Welcome aboard. There's a lot to discuss and very little time to do so.
I don't know why my graphics are kind of weirding.
Walk with me. I'll get you up to speed on the way to the conference room.
Let's see if I can't do anything or if that is the maximum on everything by default. My underwater view though. I'm really not sure any of that is going to make a difference. Probably not. Lead the way, Admiral.
Here's what we know so far. The Terran fleet warped into the Sol system unchallenged.
Why unchallenged? What happened?
Somehow, they managed to bypass all of our security measures.
You suspect someone? Bridge, please.
You saw what they did to the ships near the station.
Yes.
Once
it was
they
quite
dealt with
evident.
those ships, they raided the station itself. Their objective was unusual, even for Terrans.
Not destruction?
That's
Rita?
putting it mildly.
Right. Let's get down to business.
Let's discuss the situation in the situation room.
As you know, the Terrans raided a secret research station in the ISAR system earlier. They stole a large amount of classified data during that raid, which you managed to recover. Starfleet intelligence believes they found what they were looking for in that data, and it led them here, to Jupiter Station.
What exactly is in that? Go on.
I'm bringing in a consultant to assist with this briefing. Someone with first-hand experience of the incident at Jupiter Station.
Anyone we know?
You're gonna love this.
Janeway?
Told ya.
If you're finished gawking,
Or why not?
believe me, I don't want to be here any more than you do. Let's get this over with. 14 hours ago, I led a Terran strike force operation to Jupiter Station.
But you led it, then you were captured, I guess.
All right, let's get started.
Oh look, it's us. And Kamarki. Near us, that is. Do we get to play the raid? Well, this is certainly a flip. Actually, I'd be interested in playing a mirror version of the entire STO story. It'd be pretty different. I wonder if there was a mirror Romulan as well, we would be playing for the kind of like the Tal Shiar. But mirror Starfleet, which is the Terran Empire, would behave very, very differently, including with the Iconians. So that, I think, would be interesting. So we've got Kamarki, who we encountered before in the previous mission. And she is pretty Machiavellian and not so happy or chipper. Then we've got Tilly, who has upgraded her uniform, most obviously, to be more in line with the Terran Empire of this time. So obviously she made it back and updated. And then we've got Mirror Janeway, or Marshal Janeway. So she's not a captain in this case. The Marque, though, is a captain, as is Tilly. She hasn't changed her rank.
The operation is about to commence. We've entered Federation space undetected, thanks to security codes obtained by Imperial agents. By the time we drop out of warp in the Sol system, it'll be too late for the defenders of Jupiter Station.
Like lambs to the slaughter.
This plan is reckless, even for you, Marshal. We're not dealing with a legion of witless cyborgs here, and I'd rather not end up in a Starfleet prison for the rest of my days. Or, you know, dead.
Your position is noted, Captain. Perhaps you'd like to voice your concerns to the Emperor? It is his plan, after all. No? Anyone? I didn't think so.
You notice as well that Marshal Janeway has the same implants remaining that Seven did in our time. So that makes me wonder what happened with Seven in this world. Anyway.
Fortune, as they say, favors the bold.
Ooh, we're
If we
voiced.
succeed today, the favor of the Emperor will be ours. So, please summarize our mission objectives, Marshal.
Oh, we have a vocal synthesizer. Probably meaning that someone ripped out her voice earlier on. So, I guess in this case, the captain, the player, takes the place of the so-called Inquisitor. And if this were to be a show, that would be someone almost completely different, I'm assuming.
Very well, Inquisitor. Listen closely. Once we arrive at Jupiter Station, we'll offer them the chance to surrender. They may show their bellies without firing a shot. If not, we'll deal with them and board the station. We will find the Emperor's prize, secure it, and return to our universe, and the great reward that awaits us there.
So not expecting that much resistance, huh? For the Empire, I suppose.
It's about time. I could use a good fight.
This
We're
isn't the
ready for this.
23rd century. Battles aren't won with karate chops and smirks.
Bloodthirst built the Empire. You'd be wise to remember that.
It has served you well so far, Captain.
Meaning not really. Do we know anyone here? Looks like they're just mostly unnamed. We don't even get to see Miro Chakotay, I guess. Although by this time, if he's alive, he would probably be commanding his own ship. And knowing the Terrans, that might be a big if. Is there anywhere else we can go here? No? Deck 4. No, please.
If it gets in the way on our mission, I won't hesitate to put you down.
Yeah. Stop flirting with me. You'll make Camargue blush.
Do recall that Marshal Janeway does not suffer fools. And we are on her vessel.
You're not going anywhere but the grave.
What?
I think not, traitor.
Shadow long enough.
Oh, we don't
Enough of
have
this.
our
Time
usual
for shut up and
stuff for
fight.
this.
Aw, look at the mess you made. The Marshal's gonna get cranky.
Bravo! Well fought! 3 cheers for—
Stop! Camargue, we're not doing that. An assassination attempt before breakfast? Rude. Nice to see I'm not the only
Recognize
one
her
who's
turret.
threatened you, Inquisitor. Unlike that idiot, I live to tell the tale. And hey, you got that sweet voice box out of the deal.
Oh, so that's what happened. Someone else tried to kill us. So this still shows us normally apart from the uniform, as well as our weapons loadout, which obviously won't be the same here.
Yes, you tried. And you failed. Fortunately
Oh,
for
she
you,
failed.
I am a loyal servant of the Emperor. Because he wishes it, you're still breathing. Should that change, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, won't we?
Believe me, if we get to that bridge, I'll be the one blowing it up underneath you. But for now, the Emperor says we have to play nice, so this is me, playing nice. See you at Jupiter Station. Unless your yeoman puts a shiv in your back on the way.
Right. Be seeing you.
The Defiant is ready to receive you, Inquisitor. Step onto the transporter pad when you're ready.
We're the captain of the Defiant. That's bad news all around. I was wondering what we would get to command level. In the Enterprise, Voyager. and a saber, which looks like
Jupiter
arms.
Station. I am Marshal Catherine Janeway of the Terran Empire. Surrender, and your lives will be spared. Resistance, as the saying goes, is futile. Make the smart choice.
They're gonna resist.
Request denied, Marshal. I'd advise you to surrender while you're still able to do so.
Let's see if we have anything unusual here. Nope. A pretty limited trade. But at the same time, that makes it very simple to fight. We even have officers? Not that they'll show up here.
A predictable response, Marshal. I suggest we teach them the error of their ways.
We don't
My
even have a
crew and
cloak
I
of
stand
him.
ready to lead the charge.
I think you got a little something brown on your nose there, Inquisitor.
Oh, no.
Enough. Inquisitor, the honor is yours. Teach them a lesson they'll never forget.
It
Those
shall
who
be done.
manage to survive, anyway.
It shall be done in the Emperor's name.
Inquisitor, I have 17 cases of Romulan ale that say we're earning the most glory today.
Make it 20, and you're on.
Done. Good luck scoring even a single kill in that little Romulan failure.
We'll see about that.
No consuls, no officers. This is going to be a heck of an experience. Of course, I do have the basics. Unfortunate Ben Cisco is partially responsible for the way this can't perform. He fixed the Defiant for Mira O'Brien, though. Zeusien,
Fire at will.
what remaining
You
vessels?
killed a lot of good people out there. And for what? What the hell do you want?
You'll find out soon enough, Commander. Surrender and prepare to be boarded.
Discuss the terms of a surrender.
Marshal Janeway, I request a ceasefire to conduct rescue operations.
He's stalling, buying time for reinforcements to arrive. The Empire doesn't negotiate with prey. Let's knock down their shields and take what we came here for.
This insolence of yours is getting tiresome, Captain. Remember your place, or I will gut you like a fish and kick your carcass out of the nearest airlock.
Why is the risk of a Terran ship in this case? Oh, did the Lucari never develop their own space program? No, they must have been conquered by the Terrans. Defiant to Voyager.
What is it, Inquisitor?
We're reading several Starfleet vessels approaching at high warp, Marshal. They'll be here in moments.
Already, that was fast.
Battle stations. Fire to disable. If Starfleet is so concerned about rescue operations, let's give them something to rescue. It'll keep any more would-be reinforcements occupied.
As you wish, Marshal, for the Empire.
Tactical. Fire to disable.
Let's put this down.
The lesson.
Oh, there's the Gina. These are the ships we rescued earlier, or later, to the time frame. Which means that they will indeed be disabled. Although that one's unnamed, I don't know if it's still around. Pretty sure that's a no.
You won't get away with this. Whatever you're after.
Called it. He needs to be broken. Or killed. I'm good either way.
Very well. We'll disable the station. But I warn you, if the Emperor's prize is damaged or lost, I'll kill each of you myself. Slowly. An agonizer booth at maximum setting will feel like mercy by the time I'm done with you. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal, Marshal. Prior to disable, only.
There's a price for defying the Terran Empire, that is here.
It was fast for them, but when we need extra ships for help, they take their time. Yeah, no kidding. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Hey, does the Enterprise not look a little more different than it should? It's got a module on mid-hull.
Do not risk
The heck is that about?
the Emperor's prize.
That's a tactical module. An interesting addition to the Enterprise, would you not say? So it probably still gets classed as... Oh, we can't see what it gets classed as. But yeah, kind of a different sort of Enterprise here. Definitely more Terran. Let's
All
be
right,
more.
they're at our mercy. It's time to do what we came to do. Let's beam down to the station and take the Emperor's prize.
I don't even know what that is, but we'll beam over. And we don't get to choose our away team for this. No buffs. No away team. At least not
Prepare
chosen.
yourselves. We've got their backs to the wall. And something tells me they won't go down without a fight.
They never do, Marshal.
As we planned then, 2 teams. Team 1's objective is to disrupt their security systems through sabotage. Team 2 will then gain access to critical systems and take control of them.
Once that's done, we can use their transporters to beam directly to where the Emperor's prize is located. And take it. Try not to get roughed up by a bunch of scientists and lab assistants.
We know it's Tilly since she's always likes to wave her knife around. Kinda nuts if you ask me. You do the same. Failure is not an option.
Let's get moving, Inquisitor.
I'm
As
just
you
public
wish,
ones.
Marshal.
We've got intruders in the storage area! Repeat, intruders in the storage area!
That should take long.
Do I not have at least grenades?
They're here! Phasers on stun! Open fire!
Phasers on stun, eh? Too bad ours are set to kill.
Looks like this group has more fighting.
So they're angry geeks and nerds. Huh. One of them almost hit me. I'm impressed.
Here's where we part company. Get the job done, Team 2.
Acknowledge.
We won't fail you, Marshal.
We won't fail you.
Ugh. Let's go, Camargue. You know, when you're done kissing the Marshal's backside.
Not for the attitude. Unlock the door onto the promenade, then proceed to the security station on the deck. Try not to get killed by the angry nerds, Captain.
Enough. Someone get these doors open.
I'm on it.
I kinda don't want this mission to succeed. We know it doesn't all the way.
Ready when you are, Marshal.
What's the weapon Janeway's using? It looks different.
They're beating in. You're trapped. Surrender now and no harm will come.
Security feeds. Took them long enough. I'll reconfigure the isolinear chips here and shut down power to the fields.
Where did we do that? It looks like by the map that it should be nearby. But I don't see where to do it. Oh, here's one. I hate the isolinear chip game though. Oh, we don't get to play it. More than this way.
and I are in position. Waiting on you, Marshal. Tick-tock.
We're almost there. Stand by.
Commander, do not let them seize control of that station under any circumstances.
Get those bombs planted, Inquisitor.
On it. Cover me while I work.
Oh, they're covering us for once?
Clock's ticking. Still haven't heard any explosions. Having troubles?
You'll hear them
Not
soon
as
enough.
many as you'll have if you don't stop distracting us.
Jeez, Bert. That should provide some cover. You know, Admiral, I'm leaving you to cover.
Charge is set. Get to a safe position. Move!
What's safe? Oh, guess that was safe.
Nice kaboom! We intercepted their security protocol transfer. Camargue is taking control as we speak.
Good. Once you take their internal sensors offline, we can move undetected. For now, drop the security fields.
Sure, if you ask me nicely.
Captain, you are on dangerously thin ice. Get that security field down now.
Gee,
Inquisitor,
angry.
there's a Jeffries tube nearby. We'll use it to go between decks.
As you wish, Marshal.
All right, it's down. Go!
Watch out!
There are a lot of them. What if we do this? How many of these turrets can we make at a time anyway? I never tried. I don't think that's supposed to still be doing that.
There's the Jeffries tube. Let's get climbing.
Courier. And in the... Oh, here it is. Deck 7-8.
Why'd they cancel their alert when there's still Terrans on board?
You'll never find out.
That's a mystery you'll never solve, I'm afraid.
This is the transporter room. Take the lead. Breach and clear.
What? They're here! Open fire!
How many of these do I have? Probably not a lot.
Right. Beam us directly to the medical ward.
Didn't even need it. Initiating transport.
Energizing. Something's wrong here.
What's the holdup? We need to get out of here before Starfleet overruns our position.
Starfleet's adapted their security protocols. We're locked out of the transporter controls. Time to go to Plan B. Meet us at the hub on Deck 7. Janeway out.
Lead the way, Marshal.
Get to the hub as fast as you can.
Perfect. I love running.
Our fleet are good, I'll give them that. But they're not keeping us out. Much as they'd probably love to.
Stop!
You haven't asked nicely.
Killian, can I count on you if things go sideways?
Of course, Marshal.
Loyal to the end, unlike her. Well, she is Terran.
Commander, we've got more contacts incoming!
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Let's fight our way to the end and win.
Inquisitor, come back to the doors.
What took you so long? Did you stop to replicate some coffee on the way?
Fighting now. Coffee later. Time to change things.
We're
up
clear
a
for
bit.
now, Marshal.
Inquisitor, you and Tilly will get us access to the turbo lifts. Kumarke and I will focus on disabling the security lockouts. Once that's done, we should be able to get to the medical ward using turbo lifts. We'll rendezvous there.
Switching partners? Understood. We'll see you there, Marshal. Interesting that it's captains and an admiral basically doing this.
Interesting that the Marshal pulled that little titty switch. What do you think she's up to?
Maybe she's hoping we'll kill each other, so she won't have to.
Why am I walking all of a sudden? Ooh, that doesn't look pretty. Be sure to check your 6.
This is Janeway. What's your status?
Making our way.
About to take turbo lift control. Stand by.
Victory, at last!
So, how do we take control?
Inquisitor to Marshal Janeway. We have secured turbo lift control. Your orders?
Hold your position, Inquisitor. Captain Kumarke tells me she needs about 15 seconds to finish cracking their security overrides.
Acknowledged, Marshal, standing by.
So, did Grandma Janeway ask you to kill me? I mean, I get it.
Janeway here. We've done our part. Ball's in your court now, Inquisitor.
Yeah, we'll get right on that, Marshal.
As soon as we deal with these guys.
There's a countermeasure blocking me here. You need to reroute through that console.
I'll put down some cover.
Reroute complete.
Back in your ball.
Starting on the second lockout. Cover me!
Yeah. There are a lot of them. I guess I only get one pair. What are you doing back there? Nothing, I
need
guess.
you on that console, Inquisitor.
And I need cover.
Try it now.
Huh. Medic did his job.
Just a few more seconds.
Oh, it follows them. This is the type I don't have.
Got it. Turbo lift control is
Nice
restored.
work. We have turbo lift access here. Proceed with the plan. Kumarke and I will meet you at the objective.
And the cooldown isn't long. We're on our way, Marshal.
That
Don't
seems
care.
unlikely. Your pet is very loyal.
Odd that no more are coming through. Oh well. Deck 3B it is.
What are you even here for? You aren't working for the Marshal.
I work for the Emperor.
Still doesn't tell me why you're here.
For the Emperor, that's not
To
enough.
make sure the job gets done.
You go.
What's so important about the Emperor's prize?
Ask the Emperor. I'm sure he'd love explaining himself to you.
Wow. Stick with your game.
The joke will be on us if we don't stay focused.
Well, this is Starfleet Medical. It is a good question, though. We don't know what we're doing here yet. What we do know is that we have killed a lot of Starfleet people. That Bashir. No.
Mind if we cut in?
Whatever you want. I'm not picky, as long as the mission gets done. Guess it's almost time to find out why we're actually here.
Beginning decontamination sweep.
Decontamination? Isolation?
This ends now, Terrans. It's over.
Think right clearly. It is over. For you.
I don't know, I think I'd like to get undercover.
There is no way I'm letting you take... Ah! One for emergency transport.
Ooh, that was getting on my last nerve.
Threat neutralized. The prize is ours for the taking, Marshal.
Indeed. Inquisitor, if you would do the honors and open the door.
Well, let's see who we're here for. They're in stasis, whoever it is.
Huh.
Who?
I expected someone more impressive.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, let's do that. To be honest, I didn't think you'd make it this far, but I'm happy to finish you off now. You've had the Emperor's favor long enough. It's our time for glory now.
Really? Well then.
Oh.
If
course she
you
had
want to
board
kill
cuts.
the Queen, you need to deal with her pawns.
That's a lot.
You're not as loyal as you led me to believe, Inquisitor.
Loyalty is not a trait of Terrans.
Tilly made a better pick.
A lot more than Romulan anger.
Perhaps we should gloat after the battle is won.
What the? She's got some sort of invulnerability shield.
She's her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire.
What's that stringy stuff?
She's adapting. Eliminate wall drones to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not in the best of shape.
She's adapting. Eliminate wall drones to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire. She's adapted. Eliminate wall drones to make her vulnerable.
Working on it.
Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire.
Mark my words, sirs. You will burn for this.
So,
I'll give the old girl credit. Making a Borg army out of the Starfleet goons we dropped along the way was a solid move.
ingenious. Let's hope she's not making more as we speak.
If she is, they'll be Starfleet's problem, not ours. If the Marshal survives, she'll be stuck here. Shouldn't be too bad. I hear Federation prisons are soft and comfy.
Bit worse than death for a Terran like the Marshal.
Yeah, that's her problem, not ours. Get the transporter beacon on the Emperor's prize so we can beam her out of here.
Right, let's get the prize and ourselves out.
The Emperor's prize is ours. Let's beam up and get back to our universe.
When to beam up. Energize. That
The
wasn't
rest,
what's his
as
name?
they say, is
Wait, was it?
history. Let's discuss how we resolve this fine little mess. Preferably over some coffee.
I'll use
I
coffee
think
with
that
you.
could be arranged. So
Now
now
rescue?
we know who the Terrans were after. What we still don't know is why. Perhaps you can shed some light on that, Marshal. That information is above even my pay grade, Admiral. Only the Emperor knows, and he isn't one to share such secrets willingly. I suspect you know more about the Emperor's prize than I do. What's so special about that woman? We know she's one of ours. Lieutenant Ilea, a Deltan navigator assigned to the Enterprise in the late 23rd century. Until recently, she was listed as missing in action after an incident involving a powerful entity in deep space.
So why was she on Jupiter Station? Especially if she's from the 2200s.
Recently, she teleported into a Starfleet research station in the Epsilon sector and promptly collapsed. She's been comatose ever since. She was transferred to Jupiter Station for medical care due to her unique physiology.
Might be a bit more specific. Baldness isn't exactly a unique biological trait, especially for Deltans.
According to the researchers on Jupiter Station, Ilea is a hybrid, a fusion of biological and artificial life. Very advanced artificial life. The research team could barely comprehend the nature of her artificial components. One of them told me it made a Zoom-type android look crude by comparison.
It is not gonna like hearing that.
Well, I don't know how a bald cyborg factors into making the Emperor's ultimate weapon, but he does tend to have plans within plans. Maybe he wants this Ilea to serve as a prototype for some new type of super soldier.
You did hear Janeway say she's extremely advanced, yes? Also, I suppose I should bring myself back up to 3 rows there.
I don't care what he wants. It's our job to stop him and bring Ilea back. So, we need a plan, and we need it fast.
You'll have it, Admiral. Well, Marshal?
By now, Tilly and her cohorts will have returned the Emperor's prize to Terran space dock in our universe. You'll want to move fast and be ready for the fight of your life if you want to bring her back.
Are we going to have a problem there, Marshal?
Let me be clear. This is an enemy of my enemy situation. I mean to get revenge on Tilly and her lackeys, and working with you will help me accomplish that goal. I see no reason to complicate matters.
Not at the moment, no.
Then it sounds like we have an understanding. Now let's get to it.
Very well, Marshal. Nice to be back at least me, though. I guess we'll be facing ourselves there, though.
It looks like my recent work with Starfleet on training scenarios has paid off. Never thought you'd have the guts to try anything like that, but what can I say? You're just full of surprises.
Thank you. We'll be joining the operation.
Are you kidding? This is my kind of crazy. I would miss it for the world.
Very well.
And if my help isn't enough, you have 2 Janeways working on this. I can't wait to see what those crazy old birds come up with. Especially after a few pots of coffee.
Not exactly comforting, but it will certainly be interesting. Admiral.
We took some serious hits here today, but they've had their inning. Now it's our turn at bat. Starfleet will put their best and brightest to work on the rescue operation. I've been assured that our allies in the Alliance will do the same. Working together, we survive the Iconian War. We can deal with this Terran incursion as well.
Indeed.
One thing's for certain. Starfleet needs to improve the defenses here at Jupiter Station. I have a few ideas on that. But for now, Ilea is our top priority.
You can give your ideas to those who are here. We need to take care of things elsewhere. That it? 14 hours earlier?
Captain's log, supplemental. We have the Emperor's prize at last. With Janeway out of the picture, there's ours alone. We will learn the secrets of the Emperor's prize by any means necessary.
after she wakes up and starts doing stuff.
We're ready to begin.
You know, she's not going to be happy when she does wake up.
Terrans continue to perplex me. They went to a lot of trouble to kidnap Ilea, despite the incredible risk. It just doesn't add up. Something tells me that the Terran Emperor's plans involve a lot more than kidnapping.
Indeed. Well, that's it for the current story, unfortunately. Well, we do still have the possibility of doing the TFO. I didn't get credit for that, by the way, since there's still about 25 minutes before I do. But everything else I've done. Oop. I'm sure it'll load before that elapses. Usually it boots past 40. Not showing 90%. Come on, load it. Okay. Now I get to actually test out my ship. I was using the Eisenberg class before, so this will be my first time using this. What was that?
The Terrans will be here soon to steal scientific data from Jupiter Station. It's our job to stop them. Engage their ships when you can, especially those that are actively trying to breach the station's computers. We've been working on a new photonic defense array, but it isn't up and running yet. Once activated, it will be vulnerable to Terran interference. We can't let them take control of that system. Finally, if they open up any permanent rifts between our two universes, be sure to close them. The last thing we need is a permanent Terran beachhead at the heart of the Federation.
Knowledge, Admiral. Hackable defenses doesn't seem like a smart idea. And again, it wouldn't be the first time.
Here they come. All ships, battle stations.
A welcoming committee.
So for this one,
Hand it over and celebrate together.
All ships, engage the Terran fleet.
It is over now. Believe that.
Enterprise, wide. Take these ships and take her down. The rest of them, stay alert. This isn't over.
I'll do that on my own. We got some Klingon assistance. Ooh, those guys are in range. This part is the easy one. Afterwards, we'll start having to defend more aggressively. And we'll actually have to split our forces.
Taking up more ships through the rift. Load. Activate the funnel projectors. Let's hope they get the job done. Defend the funnel projectors as best we can. We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our system.
Does Bacchus have the ones in the middle? We can go for some of the others.
Rifts are going to close
do want to close it. Closing. I was unable to turn. Did I manage to close it or not? Oh, come on, I have to do it again. Back is doing over here. We need to focus our attentions. Yeah. Do your jets. Should be close enough now. It's kind of funky to control right now. Here we go. That's another rift. Doing it. First time I played, I focused on keeping the breachers away. So I don't actually know if there's a better way to do this or not. That one's clear. Oh, I guess the beeping is this thing.
Need to get those rifts under control.
There's another one. Now, when they say permanent, I thought that it would be more permanently closed as well.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
Still too far away.
Rifts are going to close themselves.
Aren't they? Kind of. There are a lot of rifts.
Everyone else will protect the base.
Oh. I'm missing some of my things. Close it up.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems. Taking control. Projector beta.
Closing the rift. Closing the rift. Looks like my teammates have this for the most part. That's a lot of drops. On it. I think. Next. I wonder if closing the rifts actually makes it so that you face them.
On the station. They're breaching our system.
Because they seem to keep on opening, no matter how many you close. Ooh.
Now control projector base.
That was fast.
Station reports 20% of their data strength.
This seems to be under control. We need to do this one.
Need to get those rifts under control.
Let me throw a wrench. Okay, are there any more breachers?
Need to clear on the ship to Jupiter Station.
Okay. Can we negate breaches at all?
Need to get those rifts under control.
After it. Where?
We've locked down the projectors. Now they're ours for good.
You still here, Sam? Ugh, I thought our Janeway was annoying. Speaking of annoying, did you like going back to Mars?
Inside the fast air projector base.
Are you kidding me with this? I still think it's invincible. Give up on it.
Starfleet does not give up. Fight hard. You never noticed this? That fell real fast. But which one is next?
The Enterprise is going for projector out. The Enterprise is going for projector out.
Ready the first time, here we come. Are you sure you want to track to me? Already on. Any other ship hits? It was just destroyed. Which means that we beat it up some more. Oh, it regained some of its hull before it jumped back. It's a shame it can't be a continuation. Were we there before?
The Enterprise is near projector gamma. The Enterprise is near projector gamma.
On it. I do wish I could just be done with it. One and done.
Are you kidding me with this? My ship is invincible. Give up already.
You first, I think. We keep on beating you back.
intend to test us. Be prepared for the consequences. Hopefully their Emperor will listen to that message, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
They're not very good at listening. So, 15 rifts close. Data protected 79%. And those are full marks. I'm not sure what the top is you can do. Really, windy. Oh well. I think we did all we could as well. So, I probably should have dinner and get ready for my meeting. Pardon me. I did most of the stuff that is for the anniversary. By the way, did you notice that the mirror version of the Voyager is the Voyager warship? This one. I'm pretty sure that's the warship configuration for it. Which you can get as a skin, sort of. But, of course, it doesn't change the performance. You can even see the tactile pod on the Enterprise here. Defiant doesn't seem to be any different apart from its paint job, and of course the Rescava, is that an Edison, I think? As opposed to being the Lucari Delta type. The only other thing that I haven't done is this. So we get a daily from him to stabilize things, and then he tells us where we need to go to do it. In this case, Andoria in space, Bajor in space, and Starbase 39 just inside of it. Oop. Oh wait, that was for turning it in. Of course, I do have a daily endeavor that I can work on. Why is routine turbolift maintenance so prone to failure? That's what I'd like to know. I think you only need to do one each, but the loading time kind of makes it take more time. But in any case, I should do dinner. So that will be it, I believe, for this stream for now. Have anything interesting in here? Not really. Oh, and in case you wanted to know what this looks like with different visuals, here is the medical. Oh, some nice bright colors. And here is the platinum, which I kind of like more. Here we go. I thought I might take this in as the ship for the Terran mission. And we were supposed to play as Terran, but instead they gave us the Defiant. So I think I will change the hull for the ship so that it's more the Da Vinci class and more smooth. Because I used this which is the Ushan for one of my customs. But if you do it at the DaVinci, yeah, it looks significantly smoother. And I can change these colors as well. That looks a bit better. Now that things are actually appearing, because it wasn't before. Whoa. For a moment, we were just standing in space. So I will sign out, I think, with the view out into the docks there. With the new berth. I really like this one because it's fast. Anyway, that will have to do it for now. If you like what you saw, I have more gameplay. I have model building. I have reviews. You can check out my YouTube channel. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. You can check out my Twitch. I have some VODs, not as much. Gameplay, model building, and not so much reviews. But you can definitely check those out. Twitter I still have, but not really all that active. Anyway, I will choose someone to raid. Fourier is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters, the Master Duel. Let's send you over. So again, you can check out my YouTube, where I have VODs of model building, reviews, and some gameplay, different stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Check out my Twitch. Drop me a follow. Get me above 17. I would greatly appreciate it. And you'll get notifications when I go live. So thanks again for watching. Until the next stream, video, or whatever. Please do stay safe, stay healthy, most especially. And remember to be excellent to one another. Bye-bye.